Hello, welcome to my kitchen. My name's Rebecca, and today we're gonna be making some thick cut French fries. I do want to throw in just a little quick disclaimer before we begin. I'm not a professional cook. I'm not a student at culinary college. I haven't been cooking for myself for very long. I'm just an 18-year-old college student living in her dorm who kind of knows how to cook and wants to share that with the world, I guess. So there's that. Alright, so actually I wasn't planning on making this today. I just went for a long walk, and then it was one of those moments where I was like, I really want French fries, but I don't have a car and I don't want to walk somewhere to get French fries, but I've got potatoes, so I can work with potatoes, I guess. So I looked up a recipe online. I'm not going to be following it exactly, but I'll link it in the description if you want to take a look. And here we go. Alright, so we've got two main ingredients that we're working with today. We've got these potatoes. They're just regular potatoes. Got them at Smith's about a week ago. So they're just potatoes. And we have olive oil. Olive oil is really tasty. It leaves such a good flavor on food. Vegetable oil and canola oil are good too, but if possible, I would recommend working with olive oil. It's supposed to be the healthy oil, and also I just think it works better. I know it is expensive. It's dollars, I guess, but I mean, if possible, work with olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, that's fine. It'll just work great. Oil is oil, Okay, so we have here a knife. It's what I believe is traditionally called the chef's knife or the French chef's knife. And you're gonna want to use a bigger knife to cut these potatoes because it'll just help you get in a really nice slice or chop or whatever. I've already washed these. You're gonna want to wash your potatoes because potatoes have dirt on them. They're kind of gross. So to cut the potatoes, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut them the longer length-side way first. And I don't know, cutting up a potato, there isn't just one way to do it. So if you have a personal preference of a way that you like to cut potatoes up, feel free to use that. We'll just live our best lives here. So now that we have it cut in half like that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and we're just gonna cut smaller strips of potato. And this knife is not the best knife ever because I'm a college student and I don't have the money for nice things. But it gets the job done, and that's what we're about. Alright, so see, we've just got a thinner slice of potato, and this boy right here, probably gonna cut one more. Yep, so we've got just another one, and this boy here. I'm just gonna show you how to do everything before I do everything by myself. This is a learning curve, we're working on it. So I'm just gonna cut this into smaller strips. Actual, French fry size. These will actually end up being the French fries, so this is the point where you cut them to the thickness that you want to eat. And I generally like mine just a little thinner because I like to get a little crunch. So I'm just gonna cut these up a little thin. And I'm not using great knife technique here. Technically, you should always hold the knife like this and work in a sort of a slicing motion. But again, this isn't a great knife, so I've got to use brute force sometimes. So see, now I've just got a bunch of potato pieces, and I guess if you wanted to, you could cut them in half that way to get smaller sizes. Actually, I might do that. That looks a little more manageable. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line them all up. I don't know if you can see really well, but these are just lined up like that. I'm gonna turn them sideways. I'm just gonna cut in half, and that's convenient because it gets all of them in one piece. Now I'm probably gonna soak these in water because I want to get some of the starch off. This isn't a necessary step. You can do it if you want. I just find that it helps it get a little more crispy. So I'm gonna get a bowl for these and cut the rest of them up, and I'll see you in a minute. So what we've done here is I've just drained my potatoes and spread them out on a towel to give them a chance to dry. I think it just helps them be a little crispier when they're in the oven. So now what we're going to do Okay, so tossing things with oil isn't a super huge deal. I'm just gonna take our olive oil, and I don't use exact amounts, so I don't want to say an amount, maybe like a tablespoon. Basically what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna just pour some, and I'm just gonna go in by hand and start mixing things up, moving them around. If they fall, it's okay, I'll just sanitize the counter. So we're just gonna move them around, try to make sure everything gets coated, because I don't want anything to not have oil on it, because that would be a disaster. So just moving things around, trying to get stuff from the bottom, move it up, just spreading that oily goodness around. Okay, and now that we've tossed our potatoes with olive oil, we're just gonna spread them out in this pan. You can use parchment paper or something to cover the pan. I don't usually, just because I don't I don't see the point. I'm gonna have to wash it anyways. I don't think it really adds all that much to the final result. So we're gonna make sure to spread these out, because if they're touching, bad things will happen. Not terrible things, it just won't, they might stick together or burn or something weird. So we're just gonna take a moment, make sure they've all got some space. Something that I forgot to do, you're gonna wanna preheat the oven to 450. My hands are covered in oil. I'm trying not to get on anything. And there, all right, we're just gonna let that heat up a minute while we continue to separate these boys. We've given the oven a little time to preheat because I forgot to turn it on earlier, but I think it's probably warm enough now, so I'm just gonna, oh yep, that's a warm boy. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this, put it on the top rack, because I do not trust the bottom rack. And we're just gonna leave it in there for about 30 minutes. I might go in halfway and turn them or something. Okay, so awkward moment time. I don't know if you can tell, but that glowing wire thing on my oven has stopped glowing. And there's a reason for that. So a few minutes ago, I happened to look down at the oven and I noticed the wire thing in the middle was red hot glowing. It looked like it was on fire. And I was like, oh, ovens aren't supposed to do that. So I opened the oven, I was like, this looks bad. It looked like it was actually going to catch on fire. So I turned the oven off to see if that would do anything. It looked like it helped. The wire started, to stop glowing. And I was like, great. So I turned the oven back on. Wire doesn't turn back on. I'm like, oh. So I kept opening the oven, trying to figure out, is it still hot? Are things still happening? And I don't know, it's still hot. I don't think it's turning back on though. So I guess we'll see if these french fries are actually cooked or if they're gonna be a little raw in the middle. Okay, it has now been 30 minutes. And yeah, I definitely think my baking element is burnt out. The baking element is the wire on the bottom. I did some research. And oh boy, let's see how these, yeah, they definitely don't feel cooked all the way through. So that's awkward. They're still a little spongy, a little hard. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this baking sheet to the bottom rack, and then I might just broil them for a few minutes. Sorry, this is way more complicated than it needs to be. If you're making this, you'll probably be fine to just bake it unless your baking element burns out. So I think I'm just gonna broil these for a little bit. See what happens. I'll be back in a few. Broiling seems to have been successful in cooking them all the way. So taking them out of the oven now, and I think I'm back on track with everyone else now. So now that our french fries are all cooked, we're just gonna go ahead and salt them. I'm gonna put a nice layer of salt over everything, because I don't have french fries without salt. Great, so these are our french fries. I'm gonna bring them up a little closer. They'd probably be a little better if I could have baked them all the way instead of having to broil them for those past few minutes, but I'm gonna have to put in a maintenance request to try to get the oven fixed. Yikes. But yeah, these look pretty good. I think next time I might cut them even thinner just because I do like me some crispy french fries, but let's see how they taste. Yeah, it's pretty good. Again, like a little thinner, just to get a little more crispy. I really think it would be better if I had been able to have them in the oven all the way, but these are good. It's definitely not like McDonald's french fries, but hey, if you ever just don't want to go anywhere and you've got potatoes on hand, this is a viable alternative. Thank you so much for joining me tonight in our adventures with making french fries. I hope you had a good time. It was really fun for me, and yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!